Yo, it's your boy Honcho, man. And per usual, I'm back with another video. I'm here with my boy Noah. Um,
What's up?
we
What's up? What's up?
we actually met online through a wanted ad for my comic book company that we are now running together. Um, we have a few series coming out. I'm gonna let him introduce himself to y'all because he's not a normal guest here on the platform. I know y'all know that. Go ahead, my boy.
What's up, everybody? I'm Noah, aka Big Buuski. That's my music name. Some people know me by that more than Noah, probably. So if you know me from that, this is something completely different. I met Jay through an ad. He was looking for people to start writing comic books, and I've I've always wrote music. I've never dabbled into comic books until I want to say like 6, 7 months ago. Um, and we made it happen, and this is something that turned in from to me just writing stories for bro, and then all of a sudden now we're making stuff happen. In August we will hopefully have a book out, and yeah, let's get into it, bro. I'm excited to bullshit today, and let's see what
Yeah. So
let's see what we
we're gonna
have.
in honor of X-Men 97 coming out, X-Men
Oh
97 season
yes,
2, which is my
yes,
favorite superhero show right now.
yes.
Outside of Daredevil, I want to start off with Rest in Peace Gambit. I hope we see some of him this season. Um, I don't
Do you
fault Rogue for what she did though.
like with like what do you mean
Like people get upset at Rogue
with
for
the?
choosing Magneto.
But it was a political move.
It was a political move, and it wasn't she did love Magneto, but she loved Gambit. But
Yeah,
Magneto gave
Remy's her
her
boy.
Yeah,
And
Magneto gave her the one thing that she craved her whole life. Like she couldn't touch Gambit, and that made her
yeah,
feel bad. Magneto literally gave her that. Like literally, she could touch him. She could. And that's all she craved was just physical touch with another human, and she couldn't have that. And
yeah, no, totally. And I think with I think people don't realize that also she picked Remy. She picked Remy before he died.
she did.
Um,
She did. Yes.
she told Magneto, I can't do this. Like, get it. What she had said something. It was real
Hmm.
heartfelt too. It was
Yeah.
when they were dancing, and yeah,
After she kissed
people
him,
people don't pay attention, man.
after she kissed him, she said, "Hey, I
Yeah,
can't do this," and then leaves to go find Gambit. And it just so happens that Bastion sent that Godzilla Sentinel there to destroy
yeah. The
all of
what was it?
Genosha.
What the hell
So
is it called? I
and
forgot
guess
what
what?
it's
Like
called.
Gambit chose her in the end too because he gave his life for her. So
Yeah, yeah.
which is
He
what
was like, "Get the hell out of here!"
it's,
Literally threw that bike at her ass
yeah, it's actually
and
crazy
took it
because
on, bro.
both men technically did that for her.
Yeah, yeah,
Magneto also he didn't know he was going to survive that.
yeah, yeah. He accepted his fate. He
Yep.
did. In that moment where he was protecting Leech, he accepted his fate, bro. He was sitting there and he literally told him, "Do not be afraid," in German.
Yep.
Like that was probably one of the hardest lines too in the show as well. Just comforting that little boy, knowing Magneto thought it was Raps, bro. Everybody around him was Raps.
Yeah. Yeah.
He thought it
Yeah.
was done. He thought it was done for, bro.
I agree. I also, if Leech wasn't there, Magneto survives that definitely
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%,
because
hundred
Leech was like
percent.
draining his powers or something like that. Um,
Yeah.
I think that's his only powers that he weakens everyone else around him.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it sucks. But what are you most excited for with season 2?
Okay. I'm excited to see Magic and some Colossus, bro.
Yes, me too. I'm not even gonna lie.
I am stoked to see some more Nightcrawler.
Yep.
I love Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is probably my favorite X-Men.
Okay.
Um, I absolutely love him, bro. But also being able to relive childhood and see Apocalypse come back as well.
Mm-hmm.
Apocalypse is the shit, dude. Especially
It
back
is.
from the '90s. animated series that it's based off of. So I'm stoked. I'm excited to see all the stuff that they're gonna reiterate from the comics, like even the recent trailer for it, the where they're introducing the characters, and you get to see the Savage Wolverine. Dude, that shit's gonna be, and he looks good compared to
Mm-hmm.
him looking all crazy in that art style. I love that art style, but I can see how that could deter some people, by the way they look. Because some people are they get pleased with the eyes, bro. But I really like the way he's looking so far off that screenshot that I seen. He looks sick.
Yeah, it seems to me like they're not going to keep the adamantium out of Logan for too long because he had it in the
Yeah,
trailer, which is
yeah.
smart. But that's people want to see that. As much as they sidelined him in the first season, I don't think they'll do that in this season. Because
Nah, nah,
no matter
nah.
how much you show the X-Men, or no matter how cool you make all the other X-Men, this is still Logan's team. Like he's the guy. He's X-Man. So
Yeah,
people want to
yeah.
see Logan. Um, I'm excited to see a little bit more Sabretooth.
Okay,
We didn't see a lot of
okay.
Sabretooth. We didn't see a lot
We
of
seen a we seen a glimpse of Sabretooth.
a glimpse of
We
Sabretooth and a
yeah,
glimpse of Omega Red.
yeah, yeah. And Omega Red, yes, yes,
Yeah, I want to see more
yes.
Omega Red. I'm really excited for Psylocke. Oh my god, I'm surprised. No one
Yeah,
has
yeah, yeah,
and my on my
yeah.
Reddit and my Twitter and all that. No one has brought her up.
No, I love me some Psylocke. I love me some.
Yeah,
She's dope. She's dope, dude.
me
Yeah,
too.
she was
Like,
probably hell yeah one of my first like crushes, bro. I'd love me some Psylocke. She's goated.
I'm excited to see Storm again and Magneto. I see Magneto got a new look, so he's done with the purple suit.
The fit's kind of hard. It
Yeah,
looks very inspired by the movies though, a little bit.
yeah,
I don't remember seeing that in the comics, I feel like. But that
Hmm.
fit that he has in this most recent trailers, it's very inspired by the newer, like the first class movies and shit. You could tell. You could totally tell.
Um, I know that the director who like wrote and directed the show parted ways due to some hating on Marvel's behalf. I wonder how good the show will be now without him. Because he
That's
said
what
that,
I'm worried about too. Okay,
yeah,
I feel you. I feel you because I don't want it to fall off.
yeah, he was saying that Marvel didn't want this show to succeed. So,
Huh.
I can understand
But
because
that's
at the
kind
same
of the
time they were trying to do their own animated thing too. So
but at the same time, like, how do you not think this is gonna be a success? It was a success in the '90s.
exactly, it's the X Men.
All the people in the some people in the '90s are still alive, bro. They still want to see their franchise come, and it's the X-Men, bro. It's the most people don't understand, right? That the X-Men have always been the most popular Marvel team. 100%.
Yep,
There was
I agree.
The Avengers weren't shit.
They
They
weren't,
were nothing. They were nothing. The X-Men carried Marvel for years, bro.
and
For
the
years.
Fantastic Four.
Yes, yes, and the Fantastic Four. Those are their two biggest teams. Why do you think people are so excited for Avengers Doomsday? It's not because I mean, we love it, right? We love all these guys. We love Captain America. We love Thor. But let's be honest. People are excited to see the X-Men. People are
And the
excited
Fantastic
to
Four,
see the Fantastic Four interact
and
with the X-Men.
and Doctor
So
Doom
yes,
is the first time we're getting a comic accurate Doctor Doom on screen.
yes, yes, because they did him so shit in almost everything that he's in.
In
Um,
those original movies and that 2015 movie that he was in.
and put his ass in the shipping container.
Yeah, that kind of pissed me off. Yeah,
It's a classic. Like it's a childhood movie of mine, right? Like it's just one of those ones that would get put on. You want to see the characters look cool. But when you
yeah,
watch it, why is Doom in a why are you guys putting Doom in a shipment container, bro?
yeah,
This is the most villainous, one of the most villainous characters in the Marvel universe, and you're putting him in a shipment container, bro.
yeah. That right there, it kind of pissed me off a little bit, but at the same time, like a lot, these movies aren't really made for comic book readers. Like I've noticed
Yeah,
that because the best-selling comic book sold 8.1 million copies. If 8
Yeah,
million people, if 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 a movie theater sold 8.1 million tickets for a superhero movie, the total cost for that adds up to a lost profit, which ain't enough for these superhero movies. You know, these superhero movies got to make at least $500 million to be considered successful.
yeah. You know what did that? What really did that was Endgame.
2 billion or
Endgame
what? Oh no, was it Infinity War or Endgame though that did 1 billion in one weekend?
in Endgame. It
Endgame
was
did 1 billion
Endgame.
in one weekend.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
because
yep,
it broke Avatar's record, and that record was held for years, bro.
yep.
Let's think about it. 2000 what? 2012 Avatar came out,
2009,
2011,
2009, bro.
2009, bro. Almost 10 years because Endgame came out in 2018.
Yep,
That's almost 10 years, bro, of holding that throne. And then it
literally
gets dethroned by a comic book movie, and then people who went to go see that movie were also just casual viewers. So then they go and try to watch the slop that's kind of getting pumped out now. Because let's be honest, some of it has been
trash.
trash, complete slop, especially on Marvel's end. Like recently, DC has been pretty bad too.
I
But
mean, for that one movie, yeah, Superman. But
yeah,
other than that, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You know, and I was happy that they finally did justice for Superman
yep, and
because
I'm
all my boys, dude, all my boys can't stand Superman. All my
yeah,
boys can't, and it's you know what did that was the injustice effect, the whole evil Superman thing, and
Injustice did irreparable damage to Superman's career because now
yeah,
everyone thinks that he's that and the Snyder film Man of Steel,
yeah,
um, that because now everyone thinks that he's supposed to be like that all the time, and like all James Gunn is trying to do is give us the most comic book love as much as he possibly can without it being whack. Because if you followed the comics through and through, it would be whack. Because
yeah,
the comics can't get as detailed as a movie can.
and that is extremely true, right? And also, we got to remember, we got to take account they're trying to recreate comic books that were written in what? When did Superman come out, dude? Like the 40s?
Superman was invented in 1939.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. You know, like we can't. So people have evolved intelligently so much that you can't just rip something from a comic book. You do kind of have to do it originally, but there's formats for you. There are good Superman runs that are out there, and that's what James Gunn did, bro. He
All Star
studied.
Bro. This movie was ripped straight out of All Star Superman and a little bit of Superman for All Seasons. Literally,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
two of my
It
opinion
even
probably
gave me like animated series vibes a little bit.
yeah.
Like it was good. It was amazing. I love the new. I'm excited for Supergirl. Um,
I'm excited,
eh,
but after I seen they made Lobo an anti-hero, I don't know. But I'm gonna go watch it though. I'm gonna go
oh,
watch it though.
he's like anti-hero.
He looks a little nice in the trailer, so
He,
you know,
yeah, yeah, I could
yeah,
see that. I could
he
see
looks
that.
a little helpful, and I don't want to see a helpful Lobo. I want to see a Lobo that's just
A
killing people for no
problem.
reason. Yeah,
Yeah, I need that Lobo too. Um,
but it's okay. It's James Gunn trying to be kid friendly, so I get it. I understand. Um, I am excited for it when he finally decides to do a Batman though.
yeah, yeah. Because okay. I'm gonna ask you a question, and
Go ahead.
let's. Does Batman need the white eyes, bro?
Yeah, but only for oral farming. So like if he's sitting on top of a building, then he needs them.
That's all you see is the
Yeah,
cloak and white eyes.
yeah, he
That's
needs them.
okay. I feel the exact same way about it because I've seen people online saying the white eyes wouldn't work for him. It kind of looked goofy. It looked weird. It looked strange. And I'm like, nah, dude. I think the white eyes look sick. Though, but yeah, you're right. Only in aura farming moments where it's like he's you're watching it from the thief's or a criminal's perspective. You're like,
Hmm.
oh shit, the bat, like then he
Bro,
sweeps down and whoops their ass.
Bro. 20 years in, there are still criminals who don't think the Batman is real. Like, come on, like 20
Yeah,
years into
he's
Batman's career, there are still criminals in Gotham that don't think Batman is real. His first few years as Batman, they think he's a myth. Like they don't think that he's real. Like, and then you for you as a criminal to look up at 1 o'clock in the morning and you see a dude cape flowing in the wind, the moon on top of him, and all you see is white eyes. Like, come on, bro,
I'm
you're gonna be like,
crying.
yo, what the
I
hell is
might
that?
cry. I might
Exactly.
cry. I
Like,
might
you're gonna,
cry.
yeah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he definitely needs it. But the problem is that James Gunn doesn't like the character Batman. He thinks it's boring, which is why he's putting it on the back burner. He also just doesn't know what to do with it because Batman itself goes against everything that James Gunn likes to do in his directing and his creation, which is colorful. You know what I'm saying? Colorful, happy, fast paced, not slow paced, dark, and brooding, which is what Batman is. So we probably won't get another Batman movie from James Gunn for a while unless they decide to bring in Robert Pattinson. But they're already 2 movies in over there.
If they did that, dude, honestly, I feel like they should just let Batman do his thing. If they do bring Robert Pattinson, right? Now imagine they do. There's no reason they should even touch base in Gotham if they have crossover movies or anything because
Mm-hmm.
of how crazy that world is already. Dude, because Robert Pattinson's Batman's like Gotham is messed up.
Yeah,
It
his
is
Gotham's
beyond.
crazy.
It is insane. Like that's probably one of the worst Gothams you might want to be a part of next to like the Arkhamverse,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Like I'm good. I'm cool. Um
And there's no Bane yet. There's no Killer Croc yet.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like dude, imagine these guys. Like we got to see Barry Keegan's Joker a little bit and that was a little like whoa.
Hmm.
I really liked it,
I know in this next
but
movie. Go ahead. My bad.
no. What's up with the next movie?
I know this next movie we're getting Harvey Dent, which is stupid because he should have been in the first one.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
based off where they were at in the story, he should have been there.
Especially,
Uh,
yeah, with Riddler and shit. Like he should have been involved. He should have been
yeah,
around. We should have already met Harvey Dent because
yeah,
it would have made it so much better for the sequel.
literally. We should Harvey Dent should have already been a thing. Commission. He's not even a commissioner. He's still a detective, right?
Yep, yep.
Gordon. So exactly, that's why Harvey Dent should have been introduced.
Yet,
Um,
yeah.
so that's okay.
I bet you they're gonna make Commissioner or they're gonna make Detective Gordon into Commissioner Gordon in this movie.
Yep.
They're gonna make it's
Two.
gonna be a whole ceremony. Watch.
Yeah. Two. He's too young for a Robin. He's too young for a Robin because he's only been doing this. He's only like 23. But I'm pretty sure they're aging him up in this one. Because Robert Pattinson is already 30 something, so they have to age
They
him up.
have to, yeah.
Uh,
I get they were going for like year one Batman in a way. Like
yeah, but he's too old.
Um, yeah, he's way too old. And
He's too old, and
even
it
if
takes
there
too long to
is a
film.
Robin storyline, bro, it needs to be done by James Gunn.
I don't want James Gunn to do it,
Oh, okay.
bro. James Gunn is first of all, James Gunn doesn't even want to do backstories. He didn't even give us a Superman backstory. He gave us a friggin' epilogue in the beginning about Superman's life. And
Well, like
actually,
okay, so how many of us? I could probably pull my grandma in right now and ask her, "Hey, do you know the origin of Superman?"
everyone does.
You know what I'm saying?
Good, yeah,
So
but like
I
at
get
the same
that, but
time, me, all right, yes. At the same time, it's like James Gunn, right? James Gunn.
yeah.
All the Robin's backstories are tragic, right? There's a reason why he doesn't want to do Batman. There's a reason why he doesn't care for the character. But unfortunately, you can't do everything else he's planning to do without Batman. He now has Clayface. He fucked himself. So, you know language. He shot himself in the foot by doing Clayface. Clayface is a Gotham-based villain, but there's no Batman.
Be
But
like,
right, so he
yeah.
shot himself in the foot there. So now he's forcing himself to have to do Batman. But we'll get there, right? So Batman, I think Batman right now in the main continuity of DC is 32, right? And like Dick Grayson is like 25, 27. And then Jason, you go down the list for Jason Todd and Damian Wayne, right? And I think there's someone in between those two that I'm missing, between Damian and Jason Todd. Yeah, there's definitely a Robin missing. Um, right?
But I would like to see a Robin. Uh,
But how do you
I
do
would
it?
like to see a modern day Robin that's really badass.
But how do
Yeah,
you do it?
yeah. I know.
You can't do You can't do it with Pattinson. Well, you can. You can drop a Robin on us in the beginning of the movie and say, "Hey guys, it's been like 7 years." You know what I'm saying? Like you can drop a Robin on us. You
Yeah,
can.
yeah. I don't think anybody would be mad, but it has to be done right. And
Yes.
how?
And I believe that James Gunn wants to use Damian Wayne, so he wants to skip his older brothers. He wants to skip Jason Todd and Dick Grayson.
That's not good.
So that means that if you're using
You know what's
Damian Wayne,
crazy? You know what's crazy? They need to go with Jason. If in the Robert, think about it. Who would fit better than Jason in that world for Robert Pattinson's
bro,
Batman?
literally, it's it's either Damian Wayne or Dick Grayson, right? Those are the only two that will make the most sense, right? Because for it to be Jason Todd, they would have to establish for them to use Jason Todd, they would have to establish a Joker.
Which they're already on the path to.
They're already on the path of doing that, right? So then now you have to put Batman through the psychological warfare, right? Then now, wait, let's rewind. So for you to use Jason Todd, you got to have a Joker and you got to have a Barbara.
Okay. Okay, for sure. Go ahead.
You got to have a Barbara, and then you have to put Batman through the psychological warfare, right? You have to choose if you want Batman to date Barbara because for some reason they dated when Batman is like years older than her. But that's
Real weird.
and then you have to put him through the psychological warfare of her getting paralyzed, and then of Jason getting kidnapped.
Shit.
That's a lot of storytelling that you can't fit all that into one movie.
You can't. You can't. You can't at all. Yeah, because Jason is basically he's an entire storyline himself. You know what I'm saying? He would have to be like an antagonist at that point. You're absolutely right. Holy shit. I didn't even think about it like that because you're right. There is so much that leads up to Jason, and I'm over here thinking it's a gritty, dark world. Let's kill them off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, we want to establish. I want people to be upset if Jason were to die. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like because they voted, he was the one that was voted out, bro. He was the Robin that was voted out back in the day, and I think we need to. I think having a younger, it would have that Tom Holland Avengers Infinity War effect if it were to ever happen.
Now, what I think the perfect route to go is, James Gunn, if you listen to this, right, scrap Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne.
That's
bad. You have to age up. You have to age up your Batman a lot, right? And your Superman is already 30 years old. So, your Superman is 30 years old already, right? So, you'd have to age up your Batman a lot for Damian Wayne. And then you have to tell us what happened in those friggin' 10 years of his life, because Batman doesn't start at 30 years old like Superman does.
Yeah.
What age does Superman start in the comics? I'm not too familiar with that.
Let's peep it out. Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's give that a quick Google. What age is Superman when he first becomes Superman in the comics?
Clark Kent typically becomes Superman between the ages of 21 and 25.
Okay, so
early 30s though. It does say most iterations he starts at his early 30s.
Early 30s. Most iterations. Okay. So our Superman is already too old, right?
Yeah,
they did it smart though. They gave David Cornsweet some time to age, right? So now if you do Damian Wayne, you have to age up your Batman. You also have to age up the rest of the Titans of whoever you choose to put in there. Which means that if you use Starfire, you have to age her up as well, because by the time Damian gets there, Starfire is no longer a teen Titan. She's just a Titan.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all adults because Dick's a part of the Titans. Right?
Exactly. But at that point in time, Dick is no longer a part of the Titans, which is why they sent Damian to lead them.
He's doing his own thing. Yeah.
Yep. Cyborg is also part of the Justice League during this time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Beast Boy is doing whatever Beast Boy does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right, dude. I agree with you. Shit.
He's shooting himself in the foot with what he wants to
Yeah.
do with Batman. He is. So
Yeah.
and he's this is probably the biggest one of the second biggest superhero IP ever. If he does this right, he can drop. If let's say Marvel was to drop, if he does it right, let's say Marvel was to drop the next Avengers movie right now, and he said, you know what, fuck it, we're dropping Batman on the same day. Batman will outsell the Avengers on that day.
You know what?
Facts.
I can't even sit here. Okay, okay. I can't even sit here and lie to you because let's be honest. I hate to be this guy because I'm a Marvel fanboy, dude. I think both of us are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but some about Batman has a hold on people's necks, dude. And it's been like that for years, right?
Yep.
You're right. You're absolutely right. If a new Batman were to James Gunn's is Batman, a new iteration of Batman that was completely different, like from anything that we've ever seen before, I put my money on the Batman movie to outsell the Avengers movie.
Now the only one that DC would never be able to outsell is Tom Holland. That's it.
Oh
No,
yeah, no,
no
there no one's
Spider.
touching Spider-Man, bro.
I don't even know why he chose to release Supergirl in the same summer as Spider-Man, but that's okay.
Yeah, because I'm more excited for Spider-Man than Supergirl.
Everyone is. But now, on the topic of Batman, what is a better
Yeah,
movie? Captain America: Civil War or The Dark Knight?
Captain America: Civil War. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
what's
I
a better movie? What's a better movie?
I think Captain America: Civil War.
Better than Heath Ledger's Dark Knight?
Hear me out. I love Heath Ledger.
Mm-hmm.
Joker. Fantastic. Perfect. Everything else, dude, every time I watch that damn movie, even every time I watch that movie, I take a nap. And it's very it's very like what you call it coded. Like I don't know how to explain it, bro. It's just it's something that I love the movie, like I love Heath Ledger. I think Heath Ledger's a great Joker, but I don't think it's better than some superhero movies, bro. I'll be honest. And
Yeah.
Civil War is one of them. I went and seen both in theaters, and I had a blast watching Civil War. But also, granted, Spider Man has been my favorite superhero since I've been a kid. You know what I'm saying? So of course I'm gonna be. It's my first week. It was my first time seeing Spider Man amongst Captain America, Iron Man, Black
Mm-hmm.
Panther. Even seeing Black Panther in that movie was badass, dude. Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know. I That's probably a crazy take, but I do like Civil War a little bit more than Dark Knight. I think
Okay.
I get a little more excited.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna go that way too. I think
Oh, okay.
Dark Knight is a great movie, but those fight scenes, those Batman fights, yeah, I
Yeah.
just can't. And
Yeah.
the where is she?
Yeah.
Where is she? I can't do it.
And
Can't do it.
his Batman is so bad. Like,
Crazy though, because he was a great Bruce Wayne though.
yes, you know why? Because he was so damn good in American Psycho. So damn good in American Psycho.
I
So
just can't
like,
get over the. I just can't get over the. Gotham needs a hero. Harvey, don't do it,
yeah,
Harvey. No,
and,
can't do it.
and then his lips, the way he like,
Don't do it, Harvey. Man, man,
yeah, no,
how's your
I don't
good?
like that shit.
You were
I
excommunicated by a gang of psychopaths. Can't do it. Can't do it. I'm sorry.
trying to like just
Pattinson's
talk. Yeah,
Batman voice
no,
is way better.
yeah, no, no. And then I just and then R.I.P. the goat, man, Kevin Conroy, bro. Um, that's just the voice that I hear for Batman. I need that very monotone voice, and yeah. But yeah, dude, Dark Knight's just not one that sits with me. I would even say Captain America: The First Avenger is better than uh the Dark Knight.
No, I won't say that. I won't say that. I'll say Captain America 2. Captain America 2 is probably one of the
Whoa, okay.
best. Captain America 2 is probably
I
one of the
do.
best superhero movies ever.
I think Captain America has probably one of the best trilogies in the MCU.
Top two.
Top two?
Top two. I'm with the top two, bro. I gotta say it, bro. Top two. Bro, listen.
Captain America?
Listen. They hit it out the park with the first one, right? They kill off his best friend, right? Then you give us the Avengers movie, right? Then which gives real character depth to Steve, right? It shows just how out of touch he is, right? If you look at those deleted scenes, it shows, right? Then you bring it back to Captain America 2, right? And you give us more depth into how out of touch with the world Steve really is, and that all he can do is really be Captain America. That's all he can do. That's all he's there for,
Yeah.
is to be Captain
Yeah.
America, right? He meets Sam, right? He meets Sam, who ends up becoming his best friend, by the way, right?
Yep. The
Who
goat.
he
The goat.
chooses
We love
over his
Falcon.
best, yes, who he chooses over his actual best friend later on to take the shield. But we're getting there. We're not there yet. I fast forwarded a little bit, right? So, um, but you have Sam, you have Steve find out what's really going on with Shield, and how they're always lying to him. They don't tell him things, which kind of radicalizes him in a way, like, hey, like, what am I doing this for, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Then you have the only person he's trusted since coming out of the ice, get shot, right? Get shot by this dude with a metal arm. The next time Steve sees this dude,
It's up.
they're throwing hands, they're boxing,
Yeah.
right? Then you reveal that it's
That is
his
fucking
best friend that he thought was dead for 70 years, right?
that shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So Steve immediately stops trying to hurt Bucky at that point in time, right? Then they fight one more time in the movie. Steve does not want to hurt this guy, right? But he has to so he can complete the mission. You have Bucky disappear. The next time Steve sees Bucky is 2 movies later. Steve does not bring up Bucky again in Avengers 2015. He does not bring up Bucky again until Bucky gets accused of blowing up T'Challa's dad. Right? Perfect. Right? We all completely forgot about, hey guys, where's Bucky? Where the fuck is he? Where is he?
Yeah. Really, Bill. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Then you cause a conflict between Tony Stark and Steve
Yeah. Because the
over who?
Superhero Registration Act.
Exactly, over who? Bucky.
Bucky. Yeah. Yeah. Because they built that. You got that dynamic of Iron Man and Captain America for the last 2 Avengers movie. And then you finally get them battling it out. It might be dude. It might be the most perfect trilogy. One of them in the MCU. You're legit just
Exactly.
adding on to my point of our points of it being one of the greatest, because you lead up to the point to where, also, let's think about it too. He's all gun ho for the government through half of his entire thing.
Yeah.
Even in Winter Soldier. And then you get to Civil War, bro. It's a 180. Complete 180, because it's wrong. What they want to do is wrong. Revealing people's identities to the public and all that shit. Like, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then having Baron Zemo as the like master manipulator of the whole thing was probably one of the dopest things ever. I just wish he had like his dope ass fit. That's
Yeah, me
all.
too.
Other
And the
than
sword.
that, he was perfect.
And the
Like,
sword.
yeah.
But like
Oh yeah, the sword. Yeah.
those 3 Cap movies set that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, those 3 Cap movies showed us the only purpose that he feels he has is to fight. It's to
Even
do the
it
right thing.
sets
It's
us
to
up.
fight and do the right thing. It sets us up for when Bucky comes back.
Yep. Yep.
Because
And even
Steve, right? The problem with Civil War is that Steve for the past what 4 or 5 movies that he was in, not Steve, Tony, for the past 4 or 5 movies that he was in, was feeling guilty. He was feeling guilty for New York. He was feeling guilty for Ultron. He was feeling guilty for what else was he feeling guilty for?
we got used to having panic attacks about shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, Iron Man
like
2. Iron Man
yeah,
2. Guilty about that, about the Stark Expo, right? People
I love
died
that
there.
movie, by the way.
People died
Yeah,
there,
they
right?
did
And the
die.
military got a hold of one of his suits, right? Which is what he didn't want, right? But the only reason why he let the military keep his suit was because Rhodey was the one operating it. If Rhodey
Piloting
wasn't
it,
the one
yeah.
operating it, he would have blew up that base and got it back, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but what Civil War does is, fourth, it puts a face on all of that guilt. So that boy that they killed in Sokovia, which was really just thousands of people, right? If you go and you save people and you kill thousands of people, you're not thinking about those thousands of people you just killed. You're thinking about the millions around the world you just killed, which is what the Avengers were doing,
Yeah.
which is why they were okay. Now, what you do is you put a face on all those thousands of people that you just dropped the fucking city on, right? And then what does it make you do? It makes you go against all of your friends because you have a face to think about. Steve doesn't have that. But if that woman went up to Steve, Steve would still feel the same way that he felt before. Right? You okay? You okay? You all right? Hold on, let me pause it. Hold on. All right, we're good. All right, yeah, Steve would still feel the same way that he felt before. Um, the thing is that Steve's problem was, you know, what if there's somewhere they need to go and the government doesn't let them, or what if there's somewhere they don't want to go and the government makes them go, you know? Plus, on top of that, it's Thunderbolt Ross proposing all of this to them.
Yeah,
Thunderbolt fucking Ross.
piece of shit, bro. By the way.
Look, Sam's Captain America movie showed us why he shouldn't have no control over the Avengers.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And do you really
And
think
you know
Thor would
what?
take orders from
I think Sam's Captain America, I thought that movie was great. It was a Hulk movie.
the movie? So the problem is that they reshot the movie to hell. Because if you read the original script and what they had planned for the movie, that was great. The problem is Marvel does not trust a black character to lead a movie, right? That isn't Chadwick Boseman. What they did for Black Panther was they relied on all of us as a people to go and show out, and we did, right? Plus, they hired a black director to write, direct, and produce the movie.
Yeah.
That same director just won an award for Sinners
Yeah, that movie was fantastic, by
with
the
his
way.
best
I
friend, who was
love
also in the
Sinners.
movie. Right now, what they do with Sam Wilson is they say, well, we don't know, we don't know. So they shot the movie, then they reshot it to hell, and gave us that because they didn't know. They weren't too sure of what to do with the movie. The movie was still badass. Him surfing a friggin' missile,
That shit was that shit was tight.
right? And then people's excuse for not liking it was, oh, how can he throw the shield like that? He's not a super soldier.
Bro.
But when Natasha did it in Avengers 1, no one said anything.
Yeah.
When Hawkeye did it in Avengers 2, no one said anything.
It's a shield, guys.
Oh, how can he
Also,
do this and this and that? But when
also,
Batman does
mind
it, no
you,
one says anything.
they literally tell you it's the lightest metal as well.
Exactly. Anyone can throw, bro. Friggin' Meek can throw it.
Yeah,
Meek,
yeah,
the little
like
worm, can throw it. Like it's the lightest metal ever. Like,
yeah, yeah. So I don't think people who people who complain about the dumb shit like that are legit dumbasses. Like
and they did,
they've never picked up a book. They're mouth
yeah,
breathers,
and
bro.
they didn't watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was really good.
Yes. Oh my, don't even get me started. That was when I
I just want to say that
you
John
know
Walker was a terrible Captain America, by the way, guys. Just also all of you know, John. All he did that entire show briefly. I don't want to get too deep into that show because it'll deter viewers, right? All John Walker did in that show was follow Sam and Bucky around, freak everything up, and when I say freak, I mean fuck. So he freaked everything
Yep,
up, right?
ruined it all.
And then Sam at the end was literally on the verge of getting that girl to turn herself in. And what does John Walker do? Walk in, mess it up, and then kill someone.
Yeah, he crashed. The worst guy to give that shit to because he has the serum. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it. I get it. Because yeah, we won't touch base on that too much, but
No,
I I I
we'll do a
love
whole
the
episode later based on that show.
because that show is like I could talk about that show all day.
Yeah.
See what I did? I didn't even do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. We went from X-Men and jumped everywhere else. I
That's
feel
kind of
like
that's kind of the point of the show, though. You know, give
yeah, it's
everybody a taste.
awesome.
Spider-Man Brand New Day. We'll close out with that because I have to
Yeah,
edit this. It's already running long. So we'll close out with Spider-Man Brand New Day. Scorpion. I heard that the Hulk's plot was supposed to be the Lizard's plot, which makes sense because Dr. Banner is acting more of a Dr. Connors. But
hmm
that makes me upset because that means we were supposed to get an Oscorp and we didn't. So, what are you most excited for with this movie? Despite the Lizard being
Oh,
taken out of it.
um, I don't know why they took the lizard out of it. I didn't even know that. So thanks for letting me know. That kind of sucks. But I could totally see that. Even the little like wrist inhabinator thing that he has to kind of keep
Yeah.
his cool. Um, but what I'm most excited for, I'm just happy to see Spider-Man do some street tier shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see the interaction. Okay, spoilers. Daredevil Born Again. Yeah, you caught up. I don't even. I feel like I shouldn't even ask you that.
I love that show.
Um,
Yeah. 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 This. I beat you.
we're possibly gonna get Spider-Man and Daredevil team up, but I'm excited to see the Punisher and Spider-Man mess around too because they're completely opposite of each other, and I love that dynamic about Punisher and Daredevil.
Well, technically,
But
Daredevil's in jail right now.
but that's what I'm
So,
saying. And then why is Spider-Man fighting the Hand in jail?
yeah, actually, you know what? You're right. You're right. It does make sense for Matt
Why
Murdock to
is
be
he
in this
fighting?
movie.
Why is he fighting the Hand in jail?
You're right, buddy. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah.
I'm excited for. That's what I'm. Even if it's just a small moment where we get the cowl. You know the what fucking run is that? It's one of his most recent runs. But he's got the cowl on and the fucking jumpsuit.
Yeah. You know
That's
what? I agree with you, man. I agree. You're right. You are correct, my friend. You are
because why
correct.
is he fighting the Hand in prison, bro?
You're
He's
right.
breaking Matt out. He's breaking Matt out. And because we already know of Matt because of No Way Home. The brick.
Yep.
You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying? So it's like it's there. It's there. It's like we're gonna see Punisher, Spider-Man, and Daredevil all on the big screen. And if that's the case, oh my, I don't even I could care less. As terrible as it sounds. As
I,
terrible as it sounds.
I tell you what, I'm excited for. I'm excited that you know,
I heard Tombstone's in it as well.
yeah, he will be definitely. I'm excited just for a straight tier Spider-Man, and that one we can kind of get away from the Toby and Andrew debate because Toby couldn't get a fourth movie. This is Tom's what, sixth or seventh movie that he's been in for Marvel. Um, Andrew was a
Yeah.
great Spider-Man. I love Andrew. I love Toby too, but I'm just tired of the comparisons. Tom is the best Spider-Man. He's so good at both, whereas Toby was a terrible Spider-Man, but a good Peter Parker. He was a good fighter, though. A good fighter.
Oh
But just
yeah. Even
a terrible.
his tryout thing,
Yeah,
that was
um,
straight aura farming with his dorky ass, dude.
yeah. Like he was a good Peter Parker, but just a bad Spider-Man. But
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield was a great Peter Parker and even better Spider-Man. Oh my gosh, he moved just like a spider would. That fight with
Dude, yeah,
Electro was amazing. Oh
that and then when he's crawling on Lizard
yes,
while he's wrapping
yes,
him up in the those are probably my two favorite scenes of that. Even that whole New York Times Square, the whole
yes.
Times Square scene is so
When he fought
badass,
Electro on
dude.
Times Square, oh my
Where
god,
we
yeah,
see where we see him analyze the situation, that slowdown, and he's like, "Okay, my web shooter's broken. I have a fucking flying car coming at me. There's the electricity going up this damn rail so people can't touch it. What am I gonna do?" And that is
yep,
the beauty of Spider-Man. That shit was picture perfect, bro. I agree with you. I think Andrew Spider-Man, even his physique,
Yes.
perfect,
Yep.
perfect. His Peter Parker was too damn handsome and too damn cool.
Yeah. Tom Holland is like the perfect mix, though.
Perfect mix,
Perfect
bro.
mix. Like
Yes,
he's
perfect.
like, bro, he's so first of all, the kid he was like what 25 playing a 15-year-old kid, right? He's a 15-year-old kid. He was amazing. I actually thought he was 15. It was so crazy. Then,
And I
you
remember
age
even
him up
being
or
like,
whatever.
he's as old as me. And then my mom was
Yeah.
like, no, bro, he's like 20 something. I was like, bullshit.
Yeah. Like, and then he's good at playing this dorky kid that doesn't fucking listen to anyone because he thinks he knows everything, right? And then you give him a mentor like Tony Stark, who really shouldn't be mentoring anyone, and then um
I
and
hated the Iron Boy Jr. shit. I've heard that term online a lot, and
yeah,
I didn't really like it as well. Because
yeah,
Spider-Man is his own character. He doesn't need to rely on Iron Man to create his villains. That's bullshit. That is, you know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of what I was getting at for those few movies, man. And I really liked Michael Keaton's Vulture. But those first two Tom Holland movies, the story was terrible, but Tom was amazing. He
yeah,
makes those movies.
yeah. That's more of like a Sony Marvel deal, you know.
Yeah,
Marvel
yeah,
Marvel can't use Tom Holland unless they have their own character in it. So that was kind of where the Iron Boy Jr. stuff really came from because they had to include another Avenger in there, and it just made the most sense for it to be Tony. Plus,
yeah,
that was the only guy they trusted to actually sell tickets. But it's Spider Man, so he'll sell tickets regardless. Even if you have him staring at a candle for 6 hours, it'll sell tickets. Um,
yeah. Literally,
um,
because it's Spider-Man, bro. Like,
yeah.
yeah, like you said.
So, but I'm just really excited for for him to be his own character. Even though I
Yes.
like the Iron Man stuff, I'm excited for the street tier stuff, and I'm excited to see maybe we get a Gwen Stacy, maybe not.
I honestly think we might get this. I get the whole like canon event thing, and I know we just lost Aunt May. I would not be mad if we get a Gwen Stacy type of death or something to happen to MJ.
Yeah, or what is it, Black Cat? Maybe a Black Cat.
I
Um,
would love Black Cat.
I'm gonna Black.
I'm not gonna argue with Black Cat. I'll never argue with Black Cat.
Yeah, I'd love to see a Black Cat. Now that MJ isn't his anymore. Um, but yeah, man, I'm really excited for that movie. We're gonna wrap it up right now. Thank you for joining me. We got to get more
Yes,
people on here.
yes.
Um,
We will. We could definitely work something up, even if we'll get this thing going better, guys.
yeah.
But this is just the first episode with me and him. So
All right, guys, we're out. And
peace out, guys.
Noah, we